you support...
Now, your Eyewitness Weather forecast.
And welcome back to Eyewitness News at 6 here on this Wednesday night. I'm meteorologist Jordan Reed, tracking a lot of clouds and a lot of rain over the next couple of days. And if you're thinking that the last week or two has been really cloudy, you'd be right about that. So that's not going to change here over the next couple of days either. The sunniest day, actually, thankfully, was Mother's Day, when we had sunny to mostly sunny skies. Other than that, most of the month since then has been either cloudy or mostly cloudy. At least 50% of the sky has been covered by clouds, and I don't expect that to change, at least until we get into the weekend. Right now, 52 degrees in downtown Utica, so not only is it cloudy, but it's also cool, and not helping things is the fact that we have an east-southeasterly wind at 15 miles an hour, and obviously not adding a wind chill factor right now, 52, and that dew point is continuing to come up as we get some moisture entering the picture. So we've got 52 in downtown Utica. Right now it's 48 in Boonville, 46 in Old Forge, and the only other spots that are in the 50s right now are Camden and Sherburne at 53 and 50 respectively. Right now the rain continues to work its way from the southwest up toward the north and east, and there are some pockets that are heavier than others, but all in all, it's basically a steady light rain that we're going to see during the overnight hours. The same cannot be said, though, around Pittsburgh and portions of western Pennsylvania, where we're seeing some moderate to heavier rain, and that's the reason why we have those flash flood warnings there. I expect that to stay mainly to the south of the Pennsylvania border, but in our southern counties, you will see some heavier pockets of rain, or at least more moderate pockets during the overnight hours, and the reason why is because we have an area of low pressure over at the surface over the Great Lakes, and during the day tomorrow, it'll emerge off the Atlantic coast as a nor'easter, and not only will it travel up toward the north and east, but we'll also have a northeasterly wind direction, hence the name for that. So as we go through the overnight hours, we'll be dealing with that rain, at least a lot of clouds, and temperatures getting down into the 40s, maybe some upper 30s. So you'll notice that there could be some patchy areas of a couple of wet snowflakes, but I don't think that'll be a widespread issue. But again, rain during the day tomorrow, you'll want the rain gear and the windshield wipers with you all day, and same thing once again for Friday. So definitely avoid mowing the lawn both tomorrow and on Friday. Saturday, I would wait until the afternoon and you should be okay, and then Sunday, good to go, and obviously Memorial Day looks even better as well. So obviously we've got pesky rain and chilly conditions both tomorrow and on Friday. Temperatures struggling to get into the mid-50s, maybe not even getting into the 40s, or out of the 40s for some of you, and then we get back between 55 and 60, somewhat drier as we go through Saturday, but definitely Sunday and Monday looking like the better two of the 3 weekend days, Thomas.
And it's a really good thing that the warm temperatures are returning for Memorial Day into next week.
Exactly, perfect timing, but thankfully it doesn't last long because we have some rain returning Tuesday and Wednesday, but then once we get past that and into June, it looks to really warm up.
But thankfully no rain on the Memorial Day parades.
Exactly.
All right, thank you, Jordan. Coming up next on
News is brought to you by Nye Automotive Group. Come see why it's gotta be Nye. Now, your Eyewitness Weather forecast.
And welcome back to Eyewitness News First at 10 here on this Wednesday evening. I'm meteorologist Jordan Reed, tracking some pesky rain and chilly temperatures that will be with us as we wrap up the work week, but finally seeing some improvement as we get into the Memorial Day weekend. Before we get to that, let's take a look at the day that was our Wednesday. 56 degrees was that high temperature, a full 15 degrees below average of 71, but the average low was only a little bit below that. Right now we're at 46 and continuing to fall as we head through the overnight hours. So that low is basically happening right now. Obviously not anywhere near the records of 96 back in 1977, and the record low was 33 back in 1906, and we have had 0.03 of an inch of precipitation since midnight and counting. So again, we're at our lowest point of temperature of the day so far, with some clouds out there right now. 46 degrees in downtown Utica, and temperatures rather uniform everywhere else into the 40s out there, except for off to the west in Barrick, where it's 54 out there right now in Seneca County. And again, dry in downtown Utica and over in Rome at the moment, but basically kind of sandwiched in between, because up toward the north and east and down toward the southwest, you do have some light to occasionally moderate rain, and the culprit for that is an area of low pressure that's making its way over toward Lake Erie right now, and along it we have a secondary area of low pressure developing off the Atlantic coast. That'll be the main driver over the next couple of days, developing into a nor'easter, traveling up toward the north and east, but it'll take its time doing so. You'll also notice here that we had a lot of heavier pockets of rain rain, but those are mainly staying to the south of the Pennsylvania border. Wouldn't be surprised, though, if areas down toward the south do get in on some moderate rain during the overnight hours. So temperatures with the clouds and the rain will stay into the 40s during the overnight hours, maybe upper 30s for you up north. You may even encounter a couple of wet snowflakes up there, but that would be the exception and not the rule. Most of us seeing light to occasionally moderate rain during the day tomorrow, and a lot of clouds. Temperatures struggling to get into the upper 40s to the lower and middle 50s, and then the rain continues as we go through Friday. It also won't help that we will have a gusty wind during the day tomorrow. That'll be out of the east-southeast, anywhere from 25 to maybe 30 miles an hour at times, maybe up to 35, just depending on where you are. And in terms of rainfall, from now through Friday evening, we could be, of course, we won't be done with this until Saturday, but it looks like we could see as much as an inch of rain, maybe a little bit more, depending on where you are. Finally, some improvement as we go through Saturday between 55 and 60. We'll have a chance of rain in the morning and then clouds to sunshine in the afternoon, and then a mixture of sun and clouds as we go through Sunday with temperatures between about 61 and 67 degrees. Overnight tonight will be around 46 with rain and sunrise tomorrow morning at 5:33, and then we have that east-southeasterly wind gusting up to 30 miles an hour during the day tomorrow. Temperatures between 50 and 55, and that pesky rain continuing through Friday. Not much improvement there either, and then we will have a chance of rain in the morning and sun and clouds for both Sunday and Monday, but at least we get the rain out between now and the Memorial Day weekend.
Looks like wonderful conditions for Memorial Day parades, Jordan. Thank you. High school playoffs continue as we head...
Now, your Eyewitness Weather forecast.
And welcome back to Eyewitness News at 11 on this Wednesday evening. A wet one and a windy one out there, and that's been the theme over the last couple of days. It's going to continue to be the theme as we head into the rest of the work week. But as far as today was concerned, obviously on the cooler side too, by about 15 degrees. The average high for this time of year is 71. Today we got to 56, and that low temperature is basically occurring right now, 46 degrees. The average low for this time of year is 49, so we're not far off from that. Obviously not anywhere near the records of 96 and 33 in 1977 and 1906, respectively. We have had 300ths of an inch of rain since midnight. That temperature continues to drop as well. We're now down to 45 degrees under mainly cloudy skies in downtown Utica, although it does feel cooler than that because of the gusty wind that we have out there that I just mentioned. So we're all into the 40s out there right now. Just depending on where you are determines how warm it is. And we've got some light rain, not so much here in the immediate Utica-Rome area, although it might be falling very lightly. There might be some mist or drizzle out there, but definitely up toward the north and off toward the southwest is where you're dealing with some more light to occasionally moderate pockets, but definitely the heaviest of the rain staying down toward Pennsylvania right now. The reason why is because right now we've got an area of low pressure located over Lake Erie, but as we head through the overnight hours into tomorrow, it'll transfer all of its energy to a secondary area of low pressure off the Atlantic coast, and that will become the main driver for the storm system as we go through the next couple of days, both tomorrow and on Friday, and through part of Saturday as well. So overnight tonight, we'll see a lot of clouds, and we will see that rain, light to moderate at times. You'll definitely want the rain gear when you head out for work or school tomorrow, and definitely the windshield wipers, the headlights on, that type of thing, because we'll be dealing with rain, the east-southeasterly breeze keeping temperatures only into the 40s, maybe 50s at best as we go through the day tomorrow. And again, that gusty wind that I just mentioned could exceed, the gusts I should say, could exceed 25 to 30 miles an hour at times, just depending on where you are, again, out of the east-southeast, making it feel cool. And rainfall amounts will vary anywhere from about half an inch to an inch, maybe a little bit more as you head down toward the south. But finally, as we get into the Memorial Day weekend, Saturday looking a bit better, a chance of rain in the morning, but 55 to 60, and then mixing out for a mix of sun and clouds on Sunday, and temperatures around 64. 46 overnight tonight with rain, and that continues during the day tomorrow when it's quite chilly, 50 to 55 at best. Maybe some of you struggling to get out of the upper 40s. Same thing there on Friday with more wet, windy, and chilly weather, and then again finally drying out as we head toward the Memorial Day weekend. And the good news right now is that Memorial Day not only looks like the brightest, but the warmest of the next 7 days, so aptly timed there.
And of course, we're definitely happy to see all of that warm weather. 70 degrees again, 72 on that forecast.